So, in last class, in practical sessions, okay, before yesterday, we practiced, we are done some practical sessions on agent pools, right? How to uh, create a virtual machine and how to install an agent in those virtual machine, like in both Linux and Windows machines, right? So we have created these two virtual machines manually. Then we we have installed agents. We have installed Windows and Linux agents. Where is agent pools? We have installed these two agents in these two servers. It is a Linux and it is a Windows server. So we have installed two different types of agents into remote servers. Okay, so what we have done in previous practical sessions, practical labs, same in the same manner we are implementing in organization is as well. Okay, there is no modifications in implementing it. Okay, today similar, similar to the process is also similar, but just naming conventions is different. That is deployment groups. Okay, it, these are agent pools. Okay, these are agent pools, and today we are going to implement deployment groups. Okay, what are the deployment groups? So yesterday we have already discussed some theory part. Okay, okay, just observe the abbreviation. I mean, just looking. Deployments groups are collection of agents which are going to, or where we are going to deploy our applications. Okay, with the help of when we are going to practice Azure pipelines, then you could understand the difference between agent pools and deployment groups later. Okay, but in today's class it's completely about uh, lab on deployment groups. Okay, so just we can see how to do that process. Okay, actually where we can find that option deployment group is, go to pipeline. Here there is a pipeline, right? Icon, pipeline icon. In this pipeline icon services, very top, in this server very top, deployment groups are there. Okay, where the path is your organization. Within your organization, one project, when you can open any project where you want to create a deployment group. Okay, we are in save practice project. In that project we are going to create a deployment group. Let's create a deployment. Here see, you can see the options, like different options: group, availability pools. Later we can discuss about the availability pools, but just now in this class we can see about how to create a deployment group. Let's see the definition of deployment group is here. Define a logical group of target mission for parallel deployment. Yesterday talked we talked about one important uh, difference between agent pool and deployment groups. That is, what is that? That is parallel deployment. We cannot we cannot implement parallel deployment, we cannot do parallel deployment in agent pools, but where you can execute, you can do parallel deployments with the help of deployment group. Okay, but it's a little bit confused, but when you have a practical, I mean you have a practice on Azure pipelines deployment part, then you can get better idea on parallel deployments. Okay, as of now just leave it, just remember the definition of deployment group, that's it. Okay, let's create one deployment group. What is the procedure uh, in today's class is we are going to create a deployment group, and then second one is we are going to install an agent into that group deployment group. Let's imagine, let's see, let's imagine. So you get a request like this in this man, kindly kindly create a new deployment group for Windows or Linux or Mac OS. Okay, for Mac OS. Okay, like whatever it is. Okay, in in our case we can try to implement for both Windows and Linux, because we have already these two virtual machines here. Okay, that is the reason, so we can practice in both virtual machines. Okay, first we can implement on Windows, then followed by Linux. Let's go to uh, deployment group part. Create a deployment group. Now you can create with this new button, or else you can click on this add deployment group. This option will enable, it is displaying, because here there is no deployment groups are available in this particular project. Otherwise it will not visible to us, only here we can see. So just click on new after, give a proper deployment group name. Similarly I will give like what we have given to uh, agent pool, organization name and project name, as well as a Windows. We are going to uh, install Windows agent in this deployment group, so that is the reason I am selecting Windows, just short form. And we are creating deployment group, right? So that is the reason I am going to give DG, that is deployment group in shortcut. If you want to give description, you can proceed with description. Okay, as of now I do not want to give this in description, so just click on create. So once you click on create, this user interface will change like this. This is your deployment group name and this is your description. If you observe below deployment pool, okay, this deployment groups, okay, this deployment, if you these deployment groups are going to create in this deployment pool, then you can we can understand these two difference. Okay, just concentrate on deployment group practical lab. Okay, once you click on this button, if you see here the type of target mission, here we can find both Windows and Linux here. Okay, only we are going to create only Windows and Linux deployment. There is no Mac OS option in deployment group. Okay, only Windows and Linux are available. Okay, then how to uh, install an agent on this with the help of this target Windows machine. Okay, so for that we need one remote server, same like agent pool. Okay, we need one virtual machine or what IP address of that particular virtual machine. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Go to firstly open virtual machine. So this is my Windows virtual machine. This is our IP address. Okay, click on it, copy it, and it is a Windows server, right? So I would open remote desktop. It is a inbuilt application for Windows users. So click on open. uh, Wait, RDP. uh, I would open as a run as administrator mode. Click on run as administrator mode, paste this. Yeah, I have pasted it. Click on connect. You have to give username and password. Username is already defined here, so password you have to give. Okay, I think, yeah, now it will work. Oh, what happened? Okay, what happened? Yeah, let's log into the remote server. This is the remote server. In this remote server, we are going to install that a deployment group agent. Okay, how to do that? Just we have virtual machine with that. That is nothing but remote server. We have it. Now what we need, we have to follow these steps which I am going to do. Okay, open deployment group which we have created, deployment group, and this script, PowerShell script is there, right? To register this agent, Windows agent, in remote server, we have to use this script. Okay, so come down here. There is a checkbox. If you find there is a checkbox, you have to check this box to authenticate. Okay, then click on this copy script button. Just click on copy script button. If you see, there is instruction provided by the Microsoft, that is run administrator PowerShell mode. Okay, we have to run in administrator mode itself. So for that, log into the remote server. We have already logged into the remote server. Just open PowerShell, open PowerShell, Windows PowerShell in administrator mode, run as a administrator. Whatever you have copied the script, you have copied on the script, just click on this copy script to the clipboard, copy it, then go to the remote server, then paste, then click on enter. So it will take some uh, little bit time to install. Yeah, it started registering, connecting to the server, registering the agent. Yeah, it's C. It is asking enter deployment group tags. Okay, but uh, I don't want to I don't want to give any tags. We can give these tags later. Once we created this, once we are done with this process, uh, will uh, will see how to add tags manually. Okay, as of now I'm skipping that. I'm skipping this step, just clicking on enter. After that, after that it is asking what is, so it is asking some more secure point. uh, Currently, uh, there is no service, there is no restrictions with us. So just click on enter for these 2 point as well. Just click on enter. It is asking enter user account. Okay, but as of now I do not have any user accounts with me. I am using local account, so this is NT authorities systems. So keep as it is, so just click on enter. Here we are not giving anything. Here if you see, we need to give the, here enter whether you have to start this agent or not. Okay, so I want to start this agent. Well, we are installing now Windows agent, so I want to start that immediately. So that is the reason, so I am clicking on enter. Now successfully we have installed Windows agent on deployment group. Let's verify this. How to verify this? Go to portal, I mean go to the Azure DevOps portal, to the deployment group where we have created. Here we found the target. Click on the target button. See, it is a healthy bird. It is a virtual what we call mission name where we have install agent. Okay, we talked about some tags, right? So we can I told about that we can later also we can give tags. We can write where we can give the tags here. Okay, why should we use this task? Okay, why should we this task? For example, uh, for example, you uh, okay, so you have multiple agents here. Okay, you have multiple targets here. Okay, for example, so I want to deploy only in one virtual mission. Okay, there are, imagine there are two servers, there are two targets now currently, but I want to deploy in only one server. Okay, to implement such cases, tags will help us to do that process. Okay, we can understand that process when we are going to implement pipelines with deployment groups. Okay, just try to observe the process what we are implementing as of now. This is how we are going to deploy uh, install Windows agent on remote server. Okay, for example, so if you do not want to for example, so you want to steer this deployment group into different projects. Okay, how to do that is, so here share option is there. Click on it. There are multiple projects are visible which are available in current organization, that is MVK tech something. Okay, so I want to install this deployment group on uh, uh, what you called I will click on this one, practice one. Okay, just click on share. It is sharing. How should you how could you verify that whether it is shared or not? If you see here, shared option is there. Then if you go to detail option very beside to target, go to detail option. Here if you see under deployment group shared with this one, uh, you could identify that where these deployment groups are available in which project. Okay, we can all the uh, uh, projects names where this deployment group is available, you can find here. Okay, this is how we could implement uh, install agent on Windows Server. In next session, we'll look into how to install Linux agent on deployment group.